All right, Chris. Well, I'm going to kind of hijack this segment from you just a little bit because I want to give a shout out to Underdog, sponsors of today's show, sponsors of all of our shows. Promo code FFADVICE. You sign up first deposit up to $250 in cash, a bonus, and you get a half-point free pick'em special pick. So make sure you go ahead and check out Underdog Fantasy as soon as you can. And all these bets, I got 5 bets for you. I'm going to roll through them real quick. They're all on Underdog. Caleb Williams, got him on Underdog over 3,550 and a half passing yards. He's got DJ Moore. He's got Keenan Allen. He's got Rome Odunze. He's got Cole Kmet. He's got DeAndre Swift out of the backfield. Every weapon you could possibly need at every situation, and you should be able to expect at least 570 pass attempts out of a Shane Waldron-type offense. That's what he's been at the past 2 seasons. This will be a pass-first team. Even if Caleb Williams comes in at a first-round rookie quarterback average of 6.5 yards per pass attempt and isn't any better than that, which has been the baseline since 2020, it should put him at 3,700 yards passing. So Caleb Williams higher than 3,550 yards passing this season. Let's stick with the quarterbacks. Let's go with Patrick Mahomes. Over 34 and a half passing touchdowns this year. Chris, you mentioned earlier, Hollywood Brown, the addition of him, drafting Xavier Worthy. At the very least, this should not only upgrade the receiving room, but upgrade their ability to hit the big play, which is what was lacking severely last year. We'll see about what happens to Rashee Rice. That much is true, but he's only been under that mark, Patrick Mahomes, that is, twice in his entire career. Yes, once was last season. I expect him to bounce back this year. So higher than 34 and a half passing touchdowns. Let's stay with the Kansas City Chiefs. Xavier Worthy over under 800 and a half receiving yards. I have the under on this one. Look, no matter what happens with Rashee Rice, maybe it does open the door for Xavier Worthy to have earlier playing time than we would expect normally out of a rookie wide receiver in Andy Reid-led offense. But again, I bring this back to this point. Rashee Rice was not a full-time starter until the second half of the season in a situation in which the Chiefs had no wide receivers outside of Travis Kelce. We're talking Marquez Valdes-Scantling, Mecole Hardman, any other crap they want to throw out there. And it still took half the year for Rashee Rice to be blessed with the ability to be the starting receiver in the second half of the year. I don't think Xavier Worthy is going to beat that mark, and therefore I think he's going to be under the 800 and a half receiving yards mark this season. Let's kick this over to Lamar Jackson. Over 770 rushing yards this year. Nothing about Lamar Jackson's game has changed with Todd Monken taking over the offensive coordinator. We saw that last season. He's only been under the 770 mark twice in his career. 767 in 2022, 764 in 2021. The thing those seasons had in common, he only played 12 games. So basically, you're telling me as long as Lamar Jackson plays 13 games of the year, he's going to hit the over on 770 and a half rushing yards. So I like that one. And to cap it all off, to get it back to my player who I like the most in free agency, Mr. Derrick Henry, higher than only 999 yards right now. If he just goes over 1,000, that's all we're talking about. Yes, I have the over on 1,000. The last time he was under that mark was 2021 when he only played 8 games, and he wasn't that far under the mark, by the way. He had one of the worst offensive lines in his career last season, still went over 1,100 yards. The Ravens don't have any significant competition. Gus Edwards, splitting carries, still had 800 yards last season and got injured. Derrick Henry over basically 1,000 yards, 999 and a half rushing yards. I'm all about that for Derrick Henry. And that is your Underdog higher over unders for you.